question. Thank you so much for being a part of the big question this morning. I also want to say a very big thank you to my co-anchor, Daniel Adaja.
Yes, so how you doing?
Cecilia Adeshino. I'm based in Ikorodu, Enter Palace. I've been sewing for like 5 years ago, and it all started in Kwara State. And after that 1 year, I decided to have my own shop. And for the past 3 years, with the grace of God, I've been sewing by myself. And the name of my company is Fabulous Unisex Clothing.
My name is Odunayo Blessing Adeoye. I was originally born in New York, but I am of Nigerian descent, and I am here in Lagos, Nigeria to start my Made in Nigeria project, where we will start manufacturing clothing in the heart of Nigeria, which is Lagos.
I learned about OYATO from a family friend, which is a friend to one of the workers of OYATO, which is Sister Tokpe. And that was like 1 year ago, 2018, May. She asked me some question about my sewing ability, and which she gave me a test on that day to go and sew for her. After the delivery, I thought she was pleased with the way I sew, and ever since then, we've been into the game.
What inspired me most was their work ethic. There's a lot of things that can be said about them that are more on the negative side, but I wanted to focus more on what they've been able to do on the positive side. The tailors that I've come across have been, nothing but the best. So, and a lot of them were women. And me as a woman myself, I just thought of it as, something that I can use to empower them as well to, be their own bosses in their own right. So I felt like I'm definitely going to, take this risk and use Nigerian tailors.
My name is Dada Omobonike Olajumoke. I'm based in Lagos, somewhere around Mushin area. I've been sewing for 7 years plus now. I started after I had my ND. I found this particular place where I went to learn. What really inspired me was I used to have all these tailors that usually disappoint us whenever we're going to party, stuff like that. That was why I actually made up my mind that I'm going to learn this, and I did. So it took me, let's say like 15 months to learn. Though I've known the basic, I know how to use the machine because my mom was a tailor. She used to be a tailor. So she has the machine at home. So that was actually how I learned fashion.
The idea started honestly through frustration. Initially, once I graduated from the Fashion Institute of Technology, which is in New York City, I wanted to be a designer. They said, get your degree, go ahead, and you can be a designer. That was not the case. Once I graduated, I tried to look for manufacturers in China, in India, Bangladesh, Thailand. And unfortunately for me, the language barrier, the culture barrier, and then of course time difference were just some things that, made things a little difficult for me to be able to start over there. So I made a trip back in 2007, and that's what sparked my interest in actually having things made back home in Nigeria.
I started in my room. That was where I started. So when I started having more customers, there were much loads at home, and my mom was like, no, you need to get somewhere because it's getting too much. I'm having plenty stores at home. So I had to move here with someone. The person actually make men outfits. So how I do ladies. Presently I have 2 apprentices working with me. I teach them. They are fast learners too anyways, so they make my work faster.
I chose Nigeria because firstly I'm from Nigeria. Even though I wasn't born here, it was born in me. Back home in New York, the community was mainly Nigerians. I know everything about the culture, especially my own culture, Yoruba culture. So I wanted to make sure that if I'm going to be using their fabrics, if I'm going to be, promoting their culture, why not start the manufacturing right here in Nigeria? there's no other place that I should be, in my opinion.
I've actually heard about OYATO from a sister. She supplies OYATO fabrics. I heard about OYATO from her. And OYATO needed some tailors then. So she recommended me as one of the tailors that work for OYATO. I think this is the second year now that I've been making for them. This is the second year now.
So the Made in Nigeria project is mainly is going to be a project that would help designers in the African diaspora and people of any diaspora to connect with the manufacturing company that can produce their product. That's the first goal.
All the sketches they usually send to me, I'll need to, crack my head the way it is in the sketch, If you are not taught about pattern making, most of our sketches, you can't work with it. I learned with pattern anyways, but most times I use freehand. So most of our sketches, has actually made me do things I don't even think I can do.
The second goal is to also empower the Nigerian tailors and tailors of, all over the African continent to have the ability to, be their own boss, make their own money, and have that source of income where they know that, okay, for this month I'm good. I'm not pleased with the way that, Nigeria, Africa as a whole has been perceived. I want them to now see us as, people who can produce quality goods, top-notch goods that can be compared with the rest of them all over the world. I'm hoping that it will be something that will grow to be something really, really big that will now, have other people invest into it and look more into it and say that, okay, I'm seeing this as something that will be profitable and then something that is also empowering.
It challenged me a lot and I try my best. I put in my head 4 things I can do. I did them. So it has really impacted my work a lot.
So definitely down the line, I want to have the main manufacturing plant within Lagos, Nigeria. I want to have other plants in Abuja, in the east as well, and then of course in Ibadan. My dad is from Oyo State, so he requests that I have one there. So we're looking to open up a school to actually train people to come in and get that opportunity to be their own boss and make their own money through manual labor, however it should be, whether it be pattern making, whether it be actual garment construction, however they will fall into the line of creating a garment. I don't mind teaching them and schooling them and training them. So in 5 years down the line, we'll have different plants all over Nigeria.